What's good, everybody? I'm in the car. All of a sudden, my eye decided to itch. I'm not going to do that right now. Hope everybody has had a wonderful day. Today has been a long day for me. It's a lot going on, man. It's Wednesday, January 6th, 2021. And I'm sitting in my car at 9:30 p.m. pretty much. I really been in here probably about 10 minutes just trying to figure out why this glare is here. And I've been trying to figure out how to get rid of it. But I gave up. So y'all just gonna have to deal with that. Just gonna have to bear with me and deal with that. This may not be a long video. This may be a long video. I really don't have a clue what I'm about to say. I do want to take a second to mention something that took place today. I believe the whole world watched today as some people stormed Capitol in Washington, D.C. Trump supporters. I don't even really wish to share an opinion or my thoughts on that. I just want us to kind of know where we are in time. That's what happened today, and just understanding that there are certain things that certain people are allowed to do in this world or in this system that all of us aren't able to do. It's not a level playing field. If it were, though, things would probably be a lot different. We've always been the fastest, the strongest, the most intelligent, but without it being a level playing field, with us always having to play from behind, you don't always get to see us in the front. We're always having to catch up because we didn't get to start with a fair shot. And I will just say this about what happened today. I do know this. If people who looked like me decided to arm themselves and take over the Capitol in Washington, D.C., there would be a lot of funerals being planned right now. But because it wasn't people that look like me, there's only one funeral that has to be planned today. And I don't even know the details on the one woman that has died. But you hate to hear of any death, so I'm not up in that or nothing like that. I am, however, saying that if people who look like me were to do the same thing, the outcome would have been different. But I didn't come here to talk about that tonight. I actually have been like really debating if I even felt that I should do a video tonight, but I want to keep my commitment. But it's been a challenge because the thing that I really want to talk about, the thing that's really on my mind right now, the thing that really has me burdened down right now, I don't really want to make a video about it. I don't want to talk about it on video. I feel that what I really want to say right now I don't know if I'm able to really talk about it the way that I want to talk about it. So I think it's best that instead of me just attempt to start it, and deal with it right now, I think that it's better if I take some time to really process what I'm dealing with and talk about it at a later time. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to save a topic that has been on my mind for the past 24 hours, and I'm going to save it for a later date. So instead, I do want to share this. As we get started and begin to work ourselves into this new year, and it new year kind of depends on where you are and what calendar system you go by. But in the United States, we're in 2021, and according to the calendar system that we use here in the U.S. But my people that know what time it is in the spring, we'll celebrate, acknowledge at that time. But it's January 6th, so here in the United States right now, we're 6 days into the new year, and I just want us all, as we are getting into the flow of 2021 and understanding what 2021 means to us and for us, I want us to think about this or remember this or know this. Know your worth. In 2021, it's going to be very important that you know your worth. That you understand that it doesn't need to be based on what somebody else thinks. It doesn't need to be based on what your family thinks, your friends think, your husband or your wife thinks, your ex-husband or ex-wife thinks, your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, baby daddy, baby mama, say the drama. I was trying to rap. But I think it's important that all of us know our worth. Many of us accept a lot of things from a lot of people because we feel like we have to. We feel like we don't have a choice. We feel like we have to accept whatever value someone else places on us. And many of us who don't yet know our worth or know how to determine your worth, we accept that which someone else places on us. We accept the value that someone else places on us, whatever that value is. Now, some people will really value you. Some people will really appreciate your presence. Some people will really appreciate your friendship, your love, your knowledge, your conversation, your ear to listen, your shoulder to cry on, your hug, your touch, your feel. Some people will appreciate that and hold it real high in their lives, and they will want to experience you or it or whatever is in you. They will want to experience it on a daily basis because it makes them feel so much better about themselves. Sometimes the things that you do to help somebody else or uplift somebody else, encourage somebody else, sometimes that's the very thing they need to get them started on the path of figuring out their worth. Some people are in very, very low places mentally, emotionally, and they don't know their worth. So they've been forced to deal with things that they didn't have to deal with, but they didn't know that they had any other options because they have accepted that they are of little value. They have accepted that they are of little importance. They have accepted that they don't have anything great within them. They have accepted that they'll never be anything. They have accepted that because you used to tell a whole bunch of lies and now you tell a little bit of lies, you're still a liar and you'll never be anything. Because you used to steal, that you'll always be a thief, you'll never be anything. Because you were a cheater or abuse alcohol or use some drugs that might not be your normal. I ain't gonna say normal because normal is different for everybody, but some people have accepted from the world or from loved ones or from friends that they're not worth anything because of who they have been or because of the life that they have lived. And because you don't know your worth, when people speak these things over you, when people say negative things to you and about you and tell you that you'll never accomplish anything, you'll never be anything, you begin to believe it because you don't have any other truth or knowledge or any value in yourself, or you don't believe that there's anything within you. So you say, well, since there's nothing in me, it must be true what these people are saying about me, and maybe I won't ever be anything, So we accept that because we feel we don't have any other choice, or we begin to believe that is truth that others speak about us. But you don't know that sometimes the things that you do when you encourage somebody else or you lifting somebody else up, that is the thing that helps them to discover the greatness within themselves. That is the thing that helps them to discover their inner God. Because you have discovered yourself, because you are on a path and a plan to elevate yourself, and you're believing in what you can do and what you can accomplish, what you can achieve. And now you're so filled with joy and happiness, and you're learning so much, you're sharing it. And somebody who may have been in a low place is now feeling like, man, maybe I have some greatness within myself. Maybe there's something wonderful inside of me that I never knew was here. Many of us have let other people bring us down to our very lowest place or state, because we're wearing the words, we're wearing the negativity, we're wearing the false love. You know, that type of thing can only go on for so long. Or rather, that type of thing can only go on as long as you allow it. It's not until you begin to understand who you are and the greatness within that you can begin to lift those things off of you, lift those negative things off of you, lift those negative beliefs off of you, and elevate yourself to a place, to a consciousness that you are no longer burdened or bothered by anybody else's opinion of you, because you now know your worth. You know what is within you. You know the greatness within. You know the value that you add to other people because of there's something so powerful inside of you. But that is the very reason why I say, don't let other people make that decision for you in 2021. In 2021, we have to reclaim that permission or ability for ourselves, that we will determine our own worth. We don't need your opinion. Because if anybody is in a position that they are downplaying or downgrading your worth, they don't know their worth. When you know your worth, you don't have to destroy anybody else. You build them up because you know that if we both understand our worth, that we can help each other. We can elevate each other instead of tearing each other down, speaking negativity. When you figure out your worth, walk in it. Walk with confidence. No matter what is said about you, no matter what people think about you, no matter how people treat you, walk in your worth. Don't be discouraged when the people who are around you the most, the people who are related to you naturally, through birth, through blood, many times even your best friends, like your best friends, not your fake best friend that you just call best friend. I'm talking about your real best friend that you confide in, your real best friend that is there for you, your real best friend who speaks truth to you. Not the person that co-sign your bullshit when you on some old crookedness and foolishness. But I'm talking about a person that will hear you speak foolishness and say, hey, wait. Now, I'm your best friend, but that ain't cool. We don't need to do that. I'm talking about that best friend, the one that holds you accountable. Sometimes it's those people, loved ones, husband, wife, mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, grandma, granddaddy, nephew, niece. Sometimes it's those people because they know you and they've known you forever. They've seen you be your worst self. They've seen you be lost out here in the world. They've seen you, involved in foolishness. They've seen you really just operating in such low consciousness that they can't receive the idea or conceive the idea that you are somebody that can add value to their life. That you are somebody that can help pull them up from their low condition, because they still see y'all as equals. And not to say like I'm trying to say I'm better than people. I'm saying people will feel like you're in the same boat because y'all were both born of a woman. Because we came into the world, through a woman, that we are exactly the same. And that's not true. Some of us were created, I'm not saying better than anybody else, but some of us were meant to be separated from the pack. Not because we're better, but because there's an example that needs to be made. It's people that, at one point I felt like I was pretty popular. I'm not saying I was or I am. I'm not saying. I'm saying it in my mind. I thought at one point I was pretty popular, especially on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was pretty popular. I thought I had some influence. And, I never really went crazy with that, like too crazy. But there was a time where I felt like having a lot of friends on Facebook meant that I was special, or I was different, or I was, because I had a lot of friends on Facebook. That's not what made me different. What made me different was the ability to be able to see what all of my friends, peers, loved ones were doing, and take a step back to say that there's something else that I'm supposed to be doing. As bad as I want to hang out and do what everybody else is doing, there's something inside of me that is telling me that's not what I need you to do. Even me making these videos is not because I feel I'm better, but because there's something I'm supposed to do. There's somebody that has been waiting to hear my voice, and not Milton's voice. Because Milton Milton is not the person that speaks or does these videos, you know what I'm saying? Milton would get in the way. But I look at these videos as something that is supposed to be said for somebody to hear, including myself. So when I make these videos, I'm just allowing myself to be a vessel to communicate to somebody that's listening, somebody that's feeling the same way and feeling like they haven't known their worth, and feeling like they've been lowered down to the lowest of lows, and somebody who feels like at this point there is no use for them. There's nothing great that can come from them because I've done so much wrong. I've told so many lies. I've stolen so many things. I've cheated so many times. I've lied so many times. I don't know if I said that already or not. I probably repeated myself. I've hurt people so many times. I've abused people so many times. I've cursed people so many times. I have burned every bridge. I have, lost every friend, backstabbed every friend, or even if not that, I have been or had times in my life where I have not been my best self. And as a result of that, people have lost faith and confidence in me. So once you begin to go through your healing process and you understand that you yourself has a problem that is causing so many greater and other problems outside of yourself, not only within yourself, but outside. The things that you're carrying and dealing with are affecting other people outside of yourself. And when you finally get to a place of realization that there is something wrong with you too, and that you're gonna have to do something about it because you're tired of running. You can't run no more. When it get to a place that it just sits you down, you can't escape it no more. You gotta stop, sit down, and change your life. But when you get to that place and you begin to change your life and you begin to see life differently and you begin to appreciate everything and you're grateful for every relationship, friendship, and everything that you're blessed to have, everything that you're able to accomplish, everything that you're able to create for yourself, everything that you've been empowered to do now, you're so grateful and so thankful. But yet the people who saw you in your lowest place, sometimes it's hard for them to believe that you're somebody different now. Sometimes they still feel that, nah, I see the face, I recognize the face, and I remember him. I remember him when he used to do this. I remember him when he used to do that. And I know him so well that I know that it ain't even a long time ago. Ain't no way he out here trying to tell people how to live better. But I feel like I've said this before, but I'm going to say this and then I'm going to leave this video alone. Sometimes it's people just like me that haven't had the most perfect life and haven't made all the right decisions. The person that had the worst temper, the worst attitude. I've been disrespectful to many people. I done cursed out people, including family members. I've disrespected a lot of family members, close ones. And, man, it's a lot of things of me. And, it ain't to necessarily just tell everything bad I've ever done in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? To be like, I'm just a terrible person and I want to share it all with you. But no, I had to acknowledge and accept those things about myself to begin the transformation into who I am becoming now. So these videos are not telling you that I have reached a place of perfection. These videos are telling you that I have realized my worth and now I'm working to become that person that I really am. The person that I've always had the potential to be, but because I was distracted by what I thought everybody else wanted me to do or what people said I should be doing or what people have told me to do, family has told me to do, loved ones have told me to do, or that I need to focus on. I did so many things for other people's happiness. And the people that I hurt when they spoke negatively of me, I believed it, I accepted it, and I began to sink to this low state. And on the outside, I was smiling, I was happy, everything was good because I'm working on some things, but on the inside, I was dead. But now I'm being raised from the dead. Because I understand a certain truth now. And that truth is setting me free. So in 2021, because I ain't mean to make this 30 minutes, know your worth, people. And don't let anybody else decide your worth for you. Love yourself. I love y'all. Peace.